Namo Shakyamuni Buddha. Namo Shakyamuni Buddha. Namo Shakyamuni Buddha. Good morning, everyone. Today, let's continue to study this book, The Buddha Speaks, edited by Anne Bancroft. Actually, these are translations from different sutras. I used this book many years ago for Dharma talks in Northwest area, and also sometimes at the temple. Today, I wanted to discuss a subject that is related with Buddhist Four Universal Vows. Normally, as a Buddhist monk or as a Buddhist, from time to time, we do have to repeat or chant those four vows during the practice or during the service, even in certain ceremonies. All beings without number, we vow to liberate. Blind passion, we vow to uproot. Dharma gates beyond measure, we vow to penetrate. The great way of Buddha, we vow to attain. What is the meaning of all beings without number, we vow to liberate? When I was young, when I was in Taiwan, long time ago, after I read this vow, I asked myself, how can I practice this vow? So many human beings around. And also, if we talk about other living beings, then it's countless. How can I help? How can I liberate those living beings? It's impossible. So it was hard, for me to understand and to actually practice this kind of a vow in those days. But after I learned and more, study more and more, then I discovered that actually the purpose to have this vow is we wanted to enlarge, we wanted to develop our loving kindness without limits. That is the main purpose. Okay. Today, I wanted to continue to select some of the contents from this book to read to you. These are teachings of Buddha. The first paragraph that I select is on page 21. On page 21, Samyutta Nikaya. Okay, this is from Samyutta Nikaya. Buddha said, whatever living beings there may be, feeble or strong, small or large, seen or unseen, those who live far or those near, those who are born and those who are yet to be born, may all beings without exception experience a happy mind. You wanted to make this kind of a wish to all beings, to everyone. Let one not deceive another, nor despise any person, whatever in any place. In anger or ill will, let one not wish any harm to another. Let one's thoughts of boundless love pervade the whole world without any obstruction, without any hatred, without any enmity. So from this teaching, basically Buddha taught us how to purify your mind, how to purify your love, how to develop your loving kindness toward everyone. Someone you know, someone you don't know, big or small. And someone we can see, someone we cannot see. Okay. So think about this teaching. In my understanding, I feel actually all human beings, perhaps including animals, as long as we have emotion, actually there must be certain kind of love inside us. In China, we say that even the tiger, this tiger won't eat his own child. Okay, and even the person who may have done something bad in the society, but when he goes home, maybe he will continue to love his mother or his wife or his kids. So there must be certain kind of love inside you. But somehow this love is very limited. Very limited. Why? Because according to Buddha's teaching, the love we have, the kind of loving kindness we have, actually is based on self-love. You love yourself, then based on this kind of love, you develop your love toward others. So it's limited. I love you because I like you. Because I like you, I feel I wanted to be with you. I enjoyed to be with you. So I love you based on self-love. I think this is very normal, in a society. There must be certain kind of reason I wanted to love you because I feel I need you based on self-love. So it's limited. Also because based on this kind of a love, self-love, so this love is not stable. It's not steady. Yeah. When I like you, I love you. When I feel I don't like you, then love is gone. So that's why, good friends, they be together for many years. Suddenly, they separate because, they stop loving each other because of their emotional reaction. In certain way, they dislike each other. Okay. And also, there's a kind of love, very superficial. Yeah. It's based on your own interests. I wanted to be benefited from certain kind of, way. So I wanted to show my love. To you, actually, it's not real love. So in the society, there are different kind of love mixed together. Some are real, some are not real. And today, I think we wanted to elevate ourselves. We wanted to purify our love. And we wanted to develop our love without limits. And why we have to do this? Because if we don't continue to develop in this way, actually sometimes it's not just limit us to communicate with others. Also, you are going to feel you are not free at all. So sometimes love can be a trap, to trap you. So how can you, freely to develop, your life? It's better to learn how to face different kind of people with a kind of a will that I wish you well. Then you can go to anywhere to be friend with anyone. There's no limits. For example, when I say I love this person. I feel happy to go to his place. When I think about another person, I don't like this person. I wanted to, avoid to see this person. There's limits in your life. You are not free at all. There's someone I don't like. You turn yourself to another direction. You don't want to go to this person's place. So actually, you limit your space. You limit your life. You limit what you are doing. So you cannot be, continue to enjoy your present life. There are different kinds of phenomena in front of you. Emotionally, you are attached. You wanted to control. But actually, we understand that what you wanted to control, this will control you. What you wanted to attach to, then that will tie you up. We cannot have this freedom. So how can we practice all living beings without number, without to liberate? Today, I feel it's not that difficult, anymore. And as a human being, long time ago, a member told me that every one of us, every individual, somehow we create a space for ourselves in daily life. This space is about 8 feet wide around you. Okay, that means someone you love, you welcome this person into this space. Someone you dislike, you always hope he's outside of the space, at least a few feet away from me. Today, I learned, in this way. Every time when I at the temple, I wanted to open my space. I wanted to accept everyone to come to me, big or small. Some adults, some children. I feel I don't want to limit myself with those 8 feet space anymore. I wanted to welcome everyone who I know, who I don't know. Suddenly I feel I enjoy my life at the temple. I see different people, all the time. I enjoyed it because there's no limits around me. Even sometimes we may face certain individual, he doesn't want to talk to you. He ignored you. In this case, I still wanted to maintain my inner peace, maintain my love to this person. If he doesn't want to talk to me, that's okay. But I don't want to increase my negative feelings inside me. I feel let it go naturally. I don't want to force him to talk to me. But at the same time, I still wanted to maintain normal attitude toward this person. If I have to say hi to him, I will say hi to him. Even he doesn't react, it's okay. Nowadays, yes, as a monk, I feel I'm very fortunate. People always say hi to me, say hello to me, show politeness to me. But when I was young, when I was in the school, I had very, very, very unusual experience in my life. It took me about 8 years, finally, to discover something was very difficult to arrange. But suddenly, because of our inner peace, we always open the door for others to come to us. Suddenly, the relationship suddenly changed. You don't have to do anything. It's going to be changed suddenly. Okay. The story is very long, so I don't want to mention this story to you. Actually, I mentioned this story last Sunday, during the New Year's celebration at the temple. Okay. And finally, I do want to mention this kind of concept that during this new year, I do wish every one of us, we wanted to eradicate all kinds of gaps between us and others, all kinds of gaps. And sometimes I feel we dig the gap, between us and others. Sometimes other people will dig their own gap between us. Sometimes we dig the gap, other people dig the gap at the same time. So the gap is going to be bigger and bigger, larger and larger. That's why people cannot comfortably to see each other, normally to communicate with each other. So those gaps should be eradicated. Get rid of those gaps. It's very, very unuseful to have those gaps. Why we have to have those gaps? If we ask the reason, just because emotionally we have the kind of a self-attachment, and also we have a certain kind of anger inside us. We wanted to show I'm strong, I'm a better, or you are the one I don't want to talk. Okay, certain kind of thinking inside us, and promote us, to dig those gaps between us. Actually, it's very, very not beneficial to anyone. And today, let's think about this way. How are we going to live for the rest of our life? If I say I'm going to live for 400 years, now I'm already 68. Not many days left. So how am I going to live in this world? Normally we will say, I wanted to live happily. How can we live happily? You wanted to develop your loving kindness toward everyone. So you will be happy, others will be happy. In the end, I still wanted to read some more to you. This paragraph is from Majjhima Nikaya. A mother, even at the risk of her own life, protects her child, her only child. In the same way, should you cultivate love without measure toward all beings. You should cultivate toward the whole world, above, below, around, a heart of love, unstained, unmixed with any sense of differing or opposing interests. You should maintain this mindfulness all the time you are awake. Such a state of heart is the best in the world. So all living beings, without number, we vow to liberate, actually is a state of mind. We wanted to set up this mind, this understanding. Then another paragraph from Samyutta Nikaya. It is in this way that we must train ourselves by liberation of the self through love. By liberation of the self through love. You wanted to liberate yourself through love. By love, okay. We will develop love. We will practice it. We will make it both a way and a base. take our stand up on it, store it up, and thoroughly set it going. These are teachings of a Buddha. Okay. Namo Buddha, Namo Dhamma, Namo Sangha. Namo Buddha, Namo Dhamma, Namo Sangha. Namo Buddha, Namo Dhamma, Namo Sangha.